Hey everyone, this is Lindsay Sparks from the Concierge Department over here at the Core. I'm teaching you today how to do the Greatness Tracker. So this is all of your most important prospecting in action, how to track it and how to make sure you're using your time to the fullest. So the Greatness Tracker you're gonna fill out weekly. You start a new one every Monday. So that's a form that you fill out. It tracks your prospecting for the week. So on Monday, you're gonna start fresh every Monday. First thing on here is your face-to-face. You're gonna put your face-to-face meetings on here. What does that mean? You just put their name. So you put the name of the person that you saw face-to-face in the box. You wanna get 15. So when you see on the right-hand side, it says 15, that's the minimum. So there's a big difference between a minimum and a goal. Okay, so you're not reaching to get 15, that's not your goal, that's the minimum. That's what you need to get. So you want to get 15 face-to-face meetings. Now this can be, you stop by some real estate offices or some builders and you saw a bunch of people at once. Anyone that you had a meaningful conversation, even if it was just 5 minutes and you made a connection, that counts as a face-to-face. So you put the name in the box. Now there are 3 boxes for Monday, 3 for Tuesday, 3 for Wednesday, etc. But it doesn't matter. If you had 5 face-to-face meetings on Monday, go ahead and use 3 of the Monday boxes and 2 of the Tuesday boxes. So the day of the week doesn't matter. What matters is that you got at least 15. If you run out of boxes, just start putting 2 names per box and good for you, you know? Have more than the minimum. That's what you want to do. That's how you're going to make more money. Next is break breads. Break bread is similar to a face-to-face. Break bread is the same thing. You're meeting belly to belly with someone, but there's food involved. There's coffee or a drink or lunch, whatever. So as long as you are having drink or food or anything like that, that counts as a break bread. You need to have at least 5 of those per week. Great phone calls. I always get the question, what counts as a great phone call? Do not overthink this. Don't think like, oh man, I feel like it was a good phone call, but it wasn't great. No, it counts as a great phone call if you asked for business. So if you called someone up, you asked for an appointment, you called them up, you asked for a referral. If you asked for any kind of business whatsoever, that's a great phone call. That's the whole point of making a phone call, right? So there's some examples there. It could be with leads, with referral partners, with past clients, or with current clients. Those are just some ideas on who you might call when you're making your great phone calls. One tool that you'll make your friend about how to get 60 phone calls per week is something we call the business plan. There's a lender business plan and a real estate business plan. This tells you who to call which day of the week. Mondays, who to call. Tuesdays, who to call. You want to have a power hour set every day, which that doesn't mean that it's just for an hour. Most people have a 2-hour block set for their power hour where you're just making phone calls. So that's how you bust out these 60 calls per week, 60 great calls. Next is events. You can see that the minimum is to have 1 to 2 events per week. You can go to an event. You can go to a business networking event. You can go to some extra training. That counts. Or you can host an event, like we talked about, happy hour, lunch and learn. If you host an event, that counts on here as an event. Just write in the box what it is. Hours prospected. So far, all these boxes are filled in with names, right? Your phone calls, you're writing the name. Break bread, you write the name. Events, you write what it is. Hours prospected, you're going to just write a number. At the end of every day, you're going to look back at your day and record how many hours you prospected that day. So what counts as prospecting hours? That's all of those above activities. So making phone calls is prospecting. Meeting someone face-to-face is prospecting. Having a client meeting is prospecting. But everything else, you just count it up. How many hours did you spend prospecting that day? You'll notice the minimum is 21. So we're looking at a 40-hour work week. You want to have more of your time prospecting than not. So that's where the 21 comes from. Thank you cards. These are handwritten thank you cards. I get this question a lot. Hey, can you send me examples of thank you cards? That is like the only time I will ever say no, because a handwritten thank you card is personal. You want to take something from your face-to-face meeting and put it into that card. Something you connected on, or just thank you so much, or just write from the heart. We call it machete love. Write them a machete love thank you card. So just get personal, write it out. There's no examples because you have to write it from the heart. So those are thank you cards. Add those up. You need to have at least 10 a week. If you're struggling doing your thank you cards, have your assistant, your LP or your RP, write addresses for your thank you cards. Anyone that you meet face to face, have them write the address out. Put 10 of them on your desk. If you don't write those 10,
By the end of the week, you put 20 bucks under there, assistant gets the 20 bucks. If you write all 10, you get to keep your 20 bucks. That's just a quick little easy way to incentivize getting your 10 cards done per week. Last is leads and deals. These are just hash marks. At the end of the day, hash out how many leads you got, how many deals you got. You want to get at least 10 leads, 3 deals. A deal is a full mortgage application with documentation sent in, or a signed listing agreement or a signed buyer agreement or buyer contract. You'll see that now we have deals / pre-ups if you're a lender. So we want to know how many real deals did you have, how many pre-ups did you have. So just add that up each day. And if you were a real estate agent, we're asking how many listing deals, how many buyer deals. So add all those up because that's the most important part of this form, right? That's why you're doing all this prospecting, is for the results at the bottom, is to get leads, get deals.
So that's how you fill out a greatness tracker. If you have any questions or you need to get a hold of that business plan I mentioned on who to call on what day, contact your Level 3 concierge. If you're not in Level 3, you can contact support@thecoretraining.com. Thanks.